Can we talk for a moment about how horrendous the new tagline for Coca-Cola is? Real magic is such a massive letdown. I think they nailed it when they had open happiness, but real magic? For such an iconic big brand, Coca-Cola is amazing how many blunders they make with their actual brand. Having worked on Coca-Cola, I know there are a couple of reasons why they do that. I'll get to them in a minute. But firstly, I just want to give a moment for real magic and explain why I think it's so bad when you compare it to where they were with open happiness. So real magic, the idea, I think it's been around for 2 years or 3 years, and I was reading about it, that the whole idea was that it's these little moments, everyday moments where you can have these amazing experiences. That was the point. And so I guess in a really, really far off way, I think what they're trying to say is that, well, you know, that's what you can get with Coca-Cola. We can be a part of those magical moments that you have. But it's just so far devoid from what the actual experience is, let alone trying to work a strategy off that trying to work creative off that line must be impossible, or it's actually really simple because anything's real magic and any creative idea is real magic. Now, you flip that and look at a line like open happiness. Perfect. So open happiness was great because it actually worked down, and I think this is a hard thing with a product like Coca-Cola. It's really hard to work down into the actual product moment. And so open happiness, you're opening the bottle, drinking, happiness. Yes, it's full of sugar and it's Coke and it's got caffeine in it, and we've got all these associations of Christmas and having one with friends and family. Yeah, amazing. Hitting all of those pieces. And so that's why open happiness works so well. And it was easy to work off. I think I was around when open happiness was still banging, and that was what I worked off. And it was easy, you got it. Okay, we're showing a transformational moment because there's opening and happiness. So it's easy to work off. Real magic, real boring, not really working at all. I'm not going to be surprised if they change that line in 1 year or 2 years. Here's my prediction. I've got it on film now, but they're going to change that line with the next CMO who comes in. Next CMO is going to scrap that within 6 months. Hot take, you hear it here first. So I'll speak about why I think Coca-Cola, also my experience, why Coca-Cola was so hard to get good work up. It all comes down to approvals, and that company, obviously worth a lot of money, had a lot of people, but then, and I don't know if this was just an Australian problem, but they had to get approval on pretty much everything from the bottlers. And so this is like distribution and salespeople, and salespeople aren't creative. They're not branding people. They're thinking about, show me more shots of bottle in hand, people drinking Coke. So you get this very watered down and very hard to create anything good on the brand. But it's really interesting because you look at a brand like that, so iconic, Coca-Cola, so iconic, yet they have never stuck to the tagline. They are constantly moved around. And there's no reason they need to keep moving around. Like, you think about Nike, just do it. That's been around for 30 years. Why didn't they keep to open happiness? I feel like it was probably, again, the reason why it's changing, it was probably a CMO move. They wanted to make an impact. If you're at Coca-Cola, you're not touching the red, white, or the typography. So maybe that's the only thing you can do to make a massive change.